All right, folks, this week Robinhood launched pro and college football prediction markets as it continues to expand that whole prediction platform. I'm going to bring in now Robinhood Vice President and General Manager of Futures and International, JB Mackenzie. JB, you know, I read somewhere where there's a distinct advantage, and I hadn't even thought about this, prediction versus, let's say, sports betting. On one, they said predictions, you can participate at 18 years old, you got to be 21 with sports betting. So then how does it work?
Well, so first off, the way this is much different than sports betting. And what I mean by that is, first of all, on sports betting, the book is the one who makes the line, right? They're creating the odds. On the prediction markets, it's actually people like you and me that are coming together, buyers and sellers, just like the normal equity, options, and futures markets to create the actual price of the various events that are out there. Second of all, you have the ability to actually get in and out of trades. So let's say you did one along the way, it goes up, you want to take your winnings, you can exit it. You can't do that so much on the sports side. And then the third thing, which I think has really been interesting, is it really has an opportunity for you to actually trade live during the event. So as the event is moving on, you can go in and out of it. Again, acting just like the markets you're talking about here every day.
So we're talking about, so you have the events contract, and then you, this is, I got this from your website, and there's some other parts to it. I guess essentially it's not as complicated as it might seem. Is it intimidating?
No, I think what it is, it's very straightforward. Look, we all have opinions of where the markets may or may not go.
Right.
These event contracts give you the ability to actually participate by saying, I believe something like a rate cut will or will not happen. And then you can jump in there and actually put your money where your belief is in a very straightforward way at very small increments as well.
Let's talk about that, because obviously, listen, college, pro sports, intriguing. I know it's a huge market. It's only going to probably get bigger, but this is what it really, we're going to bring up some of these financial and economic things, because the big news, the big thing is tomorrow ahead of Jackson Hole. What is Powell going to say? I've already had one guest that say he's going to be disappointing, right? Everyone's expecting a rate cut. Rate cuts, GDP growth, jobs report. The next jobs report is going to be huge. And people are actually putting their own money on the line and saying, this is what I think is going to happen.
Right. This is a different way for you to invest in the market at the same time, right? If you look at what's going to happen on an interest rate cut, you don't have to go buy a bond or a T-bill to go and participate in it. You actually can look and say, hey, do I think a rate cut of 25 basis points is going to be in the market? Do I think that GDP growth is going to be improvement? Jobs, I think, is a really great one that comes up, I think it's a week from Friday, which is, hey, is it going to be above 100,000? We saw what happened last time when that number disappointed, the market went down. It's a great educational tool for people to really learn about how these economic reports have impact to their overall portfolio.
How's the reception been for these?
Oh, it's been really good. We just started launching them out in June, and we really have seen a lot of participation. What we get is people are asking for more. Started off with gasoline, moved into GDP, moved into interest rate cuts. It actually is what's top of mind. So when you're talking about what's happening in the interest rate market, this is another way for those investors to take a look at it.
Now, of course, Robinhood is associated big time with crypto. You've got the crypto markets, Bitcoin, Ethereum. I think I saw the betting, it's like they're like around milestones, right? I mean, or the predictions, rather. Is it 150 now for Bitcoin?
Correct. Yeah, so it's about 150 for Bitcoin by the end of the calendar, or when will it break 150? Right. And then also, what will the price be at the end of the year? It's, again, another way for, you may not want to own the digital asset, but you'd probably have an opinion. This is another way for you to have that opinion in place. And with that volatility that you were talking about earlier in the crypto assets, specifically in Bitcoin, a lot of interest in customers coming in and out for that decision to say, hey, I believe this prediction is moving in my favor. I may take a look at trying to participate in that market.
And JB, I mean, we saw how great the prediction markets were versus surveys and polls in the election. I mean, really, I think they're really overshadowing them. But as an investor, I can look at the betting on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that might actually inform me as a potential investor in either one. Not just prediction side, but the actual asset itself.